the dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my best.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle.
Ready for 80, 25. 52, come on. Right here.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before. Before they work it across midfield.
Play to win. Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
We got 4.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go play action with Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Let's go, V, let's go. Let's get there. Hey, Mike 52, Mike, let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go now. Keep the Pittsburgh. Ready? Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Forward out, forward out.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Third down. Here's Haskins. He finds his man. It's Austin. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tavon Austin. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
That's a gain of 14. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second and 5 now. Haskins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now it's Hunt, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On third down, here's Hunt. And And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fit.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. Loses the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To throw is Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A carry here for Hunt. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen off it. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now Haskins. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's gone. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25. Check, 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 check.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Not today, you are. Not today. Got it.
Again, it's Mixon. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. So if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Got it. You ready? 52. It's a party now. It's a party now.
They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Hunt. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Again, here's Bernard. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So they tried runs on first and goal and second and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit, even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Eric Armstead picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go. I'm scared.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Come on, set. 6 wide. 57. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready. 50 seconds, come on. I'm coming.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check time on. Check time on. 50 seconds, run. Watch the screen.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the footballs.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season, and the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run again with Hunt. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Haskins going to try to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to